It isn't easy to get to a mountaintop mining site in West Virginia. In our case, it requires the help of a four-wheel drive and a keen conservationist.
Let's get out and venture off. What we're gonna do, we're gonna walk down this road and go around the corner here, and you're gonna be blown away.
Really?
Yes.
Ben Webb is right. It is an awesome sight, and not one he likes. How do you feel when you see something like this?
No, I feel horrible. It's horrible what they're doing here. I think this site's roughly 21 miles. It's pretty bad.
Mountaintop mining accounts for about 40% of all the coal mining in West Virginia. It's a form of surface mining that accesses shallow coal seams, one the coal industry sees as essential.
We're able to recover the full coal seam in the top of the hills because you can't underground mine them. They're too thin. You can't hold a top. You can't have a bottom. You can't have a safe environment for an underground mine in these upper coal seams.
But activists say mountaintop mining is creating anything but a safe environment. I meet Bo Webb beside an elementary school that lies directly beneath an active surface mine, one he's convinced is poisoning the area with dangerous coal dust and chemicals.
The American School Board Journal came in here and did a story, and their investigation showed that 10 people, students, staff, teachers, had died from cancer that attended the school in the previous 6 years of their report.
However, coal industry supporters say surface mines are both legal and safe, and while they admit active sites aren't pretty, they point out that companies are required by law to eventually restore mountains to either their approximate original contour, or in a state where naturally flat land is rare, leveled off to encourage development, like at this former site. So any kind of flat area that you can create, in your opinion, is valuable, obviously, economically?
Absolutely it is. Absolutely. It allows us to keep our children at home and employ them here. They don't have to leave home.
Of all of the land that's been flattened in West Virginia, only about 3% of it has had any reclamation. It's not being used for anything. They're not improving it in any way.
In fact, environmentalists say mountaintop mining is nothing more than a cheap way to access coal by blowing the tops off mountains and filling in adjoining valleys with leftover waste that chokes off streams, pollutes rivers, and tarnishes water supplies.
First of all, it's not waste. It's the natural rock and dirt that is out in the ground above the coal. It's not waste at all, and I take offense to people using that term because it's completely inaccurate.
It turns everything orange, like rust. The only thing I could clean it off with my bathtub and commodes and things with was an acid cleaner, acid-based cleaner.
Every drop of water that leaves the site has to be treated in a system of some sort to be sure that we meet water quality standards.
For them to say that they're putting out clean water it's just a ridiculous statement.
Whatever effect it's having on the environment, signs of support for a coal industry that still accounts for around 15% of West Virginia's $46.3 billion GDP aren't hard to find, largely because in what is America's second poorest state, for generations it's provided jobs for the locals.
I've worked in the mines 27 years. My grandfather worked in the mines, and my dad worked in the mines, and all of my uncles worked in the mines.
In nearby Logan County, some see those coal jobs as crucial to the local economy.
Probably touches directly 80% of the people in some fashion through a spin-off job or whatever, so it's critical to us.
Most coal miners earn over $60,000 a year, more than double the state's average salary.
These guys, in order to make $60,000 a year, they're working an awful lot of overtime.
Surface mining in West Virginia directly provides around 6,000 jobs. It only accounts for about 6% of the 1.2 billion tons of coal mined in the USA each year, so environmentalists say it's not essential. More importantly, they believe it simply can't be done in a way that isn't hugely harmful to the environment.
Well, as I know, there's no way you can blow up a mountain and put it back. There's no way they're actually ever going to get this back to its original contour. It's impossible.
Others, however, believe the restored sites are just as good as the real thing.
Sometimes I'll just drive up here by myself or with a couple of my buddies or maybe my wife, and we'll just sit around and enjoy the quiet, peaceful afternoon.
Couple of beers?
Yeah, we have a couple of beers, yeah. That's a fact. Maybe grill. Sometimes we pitch a little shoes. Have a good time.
Those opposed to mountaintop mining claim it's already ruined over 500 mountains covering 1.5 million acres and is slowly but surely destroying the Appalachians.
Looks like Afghanistan. You know, it's supposed to look like a rich, thick forest.
If they do away with mining and coal, West Virginia is going down. It can't survive.
They don't offer any alternatives to it. They say do it underground. You can't mine that coal underground. So it's not they give you easy answers and they walk away.